The purpose for what we are doing will get revealed to us. Our intuition becomes stronger. The best way is to listen to our intuition, develop the ability to listen to the feelings. Mind versus heart. Purpose is to learn and enjoy, which is in the process we're going to help others naturally. The service becomes a natural element of it. And our purpose from time to time is getting revealed to us just by paying close attention to our heart. How do we know? When we go into the flow, we don't realize the time. Yes, the time. You spend 3 hours and you realize, oh, already 3 hours are over. You don't think of your food. You don't think of who are there around you. But you are so deeply engulfed in it. If you are engulfed in a set of activities in the so deeply, that means you are aligned to that thing that you're doing is pretty much in alignment with what you love to do. We receive a lot of insights automatically. Mind is not playing. When we are moving from one set of activities, maybe for next 3 months, next 3 years, 4 years, what you're doing to the next one, it slowly starts revealing to us. When we pay close attention, it starts revealing, hey, it's enough for you in this job, change. You'll also notice when you're not enjoying it anymore, that is the time to question yourself, what's happening. And that is the time to go deep into it and then question yourself and then make that brave decision to move on to the next one, change it. And identifying is by going into the flow, by taking up a task, whatever that you want. Suppose you want to start a new business, take a small task out of it, go into the detail, push yourself a bit, go beyond the comfort zone. When you want to make a change into ourselves, we got to be invariably looking at beyond the comfort zone. Do what you're doing, but go beyond the comfort zone. Take that extra time. Cut down something that is unnecessary. For a few days, see for yourself when you're doing it. Are you going into the flow? Means you forget when you do that activity, your spouse, your parents are telling you, hey, come on, come for dinner. You'll say, oh, okay, I'm going to come. And then you are into it again. You love it. So if you are not mindful of the time that's happening around you, or the people, and about yourself, that means you're liking it, you love it. You visualize the future around it. You want to be getting a lot of heightened feeling. Those feelings are building up day by day. As you're visualizing in a meditation, at the end of the meditation, then you need to be feeling a lot more deeply about what you're doing is exciting you. You got to bring that gratitude, joy, enormous joy of having achieved that goal. Like if you're starting a business and then 3 years down the line, you set up the business, already it's become bigger. $1 million business has become. So then how will your life change? Visualize it. That's called clarity. Do you have that clarity? Do you have that excitement? Our heart is always telling if you're going to be excited with that experience that you're going to gain. That is another way we can easily identify, is it something that I'm going to align to? Happy morning, everybody. A great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Welcome back. We are concluding our 5th week of the program. Understanding spiritual quotient, understanding purpose of life. So we have few tools to understand what could be that thing which gives us total happiness. Nothing greater than looking into our heart, listening into our heart. Identifying few things and then attempting to go into the flow. Putting some things into a manifestation, visualization, and see if we get a feelings. are some of the ways to know what we are taking up is something that's going to give us happiness. Some of the ways to align into what is the right thing for us to do now in the moment, which is essentially something that we are going to do for the next few years, few months. It is always utilizing our gifts, aligning our gifts that we have. That is also another way. Another way. Whatever that we deeply we think inherently we possess a skill, a quality. If we are utilizing it, then more than likely we are aligning to a purpose. So ultimately, dear friends, all of this must lead towards total happiness. Said another way, it must lead towards our enlightenment. So what is enlightenment? I used to think enlightenment is like a big word. Enlightenment means something really, really big, very, very people somewhere there only can get to there, not ordinary people. Just like meditation means only very special people can get to it, not ordinary people. Just to be recognizing that we can be happy in every moment. Recognize that we can be happy every moment, and the choice we make is by itself enlightenment. Just having that understanding. First, the understanding comes. So the enlightenment is an understanding. When the understanding comes, and then comes the implementation of it. Recognizing that there is infinity of intelligence, infinity of knowledge, that what I know is so little, is enlightenment. Just that understanding. Recognizing that I can learn from everybody, not just me, not just this one thing, is enlightenment. That's why we recognize that there is infinite of knowledge. What I know in this field here, what I know is really, really nothing. Are so minuscule because the infinity of knowledge is there, isn't it? You take any subject, there is any amount of knowledge. Now you take all subjects put together, there is just infinity. We're only learning 0.01% about the matter. So non-matter energy is so much. We hardly know anything about it. Whatever we're learning in the 40 days is just a blip, just a dot. We not even scratched what is the whole reincarnation subject. We haven't understood what are the 7 bodies and what is the characteristic of each of the 7 bodies if we have 7 bodies. Not even looked in deeper into the chakra system or the energy center system. We haven't even talked about cosmic reality or now how this universe is forming. Who are Saptarishis? What is it? Why did these scriptures exist? Where do they come from? Are they real? Not real. Why did this whole thing get distorted? If this was like this, a great place, why did everything get distorted during the last 1,000 years? You go and asking questions, there is infinity to learn. What is auto writing? What is channeling? What is psychokinesis? How does telepathy work? How do I do astral travels? There is infinity to learn. So recognizing that there is any amount to learn, so I am constantly going to be the student is enlightenment. But I need to learn from everybody. I don't get stuck with one person, one thing. One person, one thing is just one of many, many infinite. So that means we limit ourselves to a specific part of learning. That means we limit ourselves from experiencing that much. That's it. We keep learning. Now we use discrimination to use, not to use, to gain an experience. That is up to us. But first we need to learn to know that something exists, right? Only when we learn, when we put our attention. I used to think in the world, pyramids means only Giza pyramids. I used to think pyramids, okay, they are for mummies. That's all because that's always exposure. No one ever taught about pyramids. No one ever said anything other than these little things that we hear. But can we understand to say that there are 125,000 potential pyramids that existed and exist? Only when we learn about it. That the pyramids are galactic structures. They're not what we think as for mummification, but they are galactic structures. They exist at very strategic points called the ley lines in the world. The ley lines where energy points come across. And so many of the pyramids are formed. There is a huge science behind it. When you look into it, there are like 300 to 400 books that we just came across. There people have written about this pyramid science. Nobody ever said it is for mummification. Everybody said it is for altered states of consciousness, it's for energy. It's got some mysterious energy structure that even when storms come, they get deflected away from the pyramid if you build a big pyramid. There is a science. So understanding from only when we understand that we get to experience. So recognizing that I can learn from everybody. I don't get stuck with one system, one method, one principle. Keep experimenting. Only from the condition that there is infinity to experience. So infinity to experience, so infinity to learn. That's enlightenment. I loved this methodology when I came in to understand through my younger brother Patriji that read this book, read that book, don't limit yourself. We'll naturally gain the ability to filter. As we meditate, we become true to ourselves. So we start gaining every ability to filter what is we feel that we connect in and what we don't connect in. And so we can move on. But we take the best, observe from everybody. We don't just conclude based on some article, this and that, oh, this person is that way. We become zero. So naturally we read and then observe the best that we feel. Not everybody's system may like, but we definitely take the best. Enlightenment is to understand that there is enough for everybody, that we don't have to compete, we don't have to dominate. We'll come back to the same. Enlightenment is to recognize that every situation is happening because of me. I create it. My thoughts create reality. So every situation is happening because of me. And so not have a complaint, not have a judgment. If we just have that understanding, we are enlightened. Having that understanding that everything happening is by me, not because of somebody else. Can we get to that consciousness? Because the life is going to be so beautiful just with that understanding. Enlightenment is that things do happen, but regret breeds more regretful experience. So no regret, no brooding over the past, no regret, anything. Of course, enlightenment means to understand that we are not the body, there is something greater, there is a consciousness, we are energy. Getting into that consciousness. Rather than thinking to create things through thinking I'm the body, so I'm limited, so are the matter. Thinking that there is this larger energy system, I'm beyond the body. Getting into the consciousness, so start creating things here in dreaming. First, it's change matter, energy, than to change matter. Because ultimately, whatever that you create in your mind has to become matter. Yesterday, let me see if I can read this powerful message that Hari posted from a book. I'm trying to see. I thought pretty powerful. That enlightenment is to understand that everything that's happening or everything that we want is and can be created through our imagination, not by having the richness or something else, just by having our imagination, nothing more. Almost there. Let's just read this right for a moment and reflect upon this. If man longs to escape from his present sense sensation, to transform his present life into a dream of might well be, he has but to imagine that he is already what he wants to be and then feel the way he would expect to feel. Under such circumstances, let him, like the child who has been making the world after his own heart, create his world out of pure dreams of fancy. Dream, fancy dreams. Let him mentally enter into his dream. Let him mentally do what he would actually do. Were it physically true, he will discover that dreams are realized not by the rich, but by the imagination, imaginative. That's all it's saying. This author, I believe, is, I have not read this book, but this author is Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard. Your inner conversations create your reality. But we hear this in many places, but they make this so simple. Just recognizing that my thoughts create reality is enlightenment. Simple. There are many definitions, dear friends, for enlightenment. Being impeccable with words. Just recognizing that our words are powerful and influencing. So being impeccable with the words and then constantly paying attention to what we are speaking is an enlightened state to be in. It doesn't have to be some big mystical, blissful experience that we are in, and that's the enlightened state. All of these will lead us to that state, naturally. Ultimately, what counts is applying. Mindfulness. We know it. We know a lot of these things. First of all, to take them into a life, get convinced that these principles are true. Enlightenment is to recognize that there's no failure. There's always a learning that is happening. So never be self-critical about something or regret that there's no failure. There's always learning happening. So get convinced of this principle by experimenting, by reading more. We got to get convinced of some of these. If we don't get convinced, then we constantly be under the limitations of it. There is life continuity, and recognizing that there is no death is enlightenment. There is no death. Life continuity exists. Until we recognize, until we accept it, we're constantly in the clutches of this fear of death. And so a whole set of experience of life we will not go through. Neither will go through, nor will let people around us go through those experiences. When we are constantly fearful of death, so when in the beginning, when I was trying to heal myself through my own medication, because I wanted to experiment, start experimenting. Only when we experiment, we will know the power of ourselves. We experimented, so now I'm fully liberated of medication that you think of. Wherever you go, it becomes so natural. I wanted to experiment myself that you don't have to accumulate a lot of money. You don't have to. Instead, there is always this, we keep hearing, this nature takes care. Nature takes care. When you take care of the world will take care of you. Of course, there are strengths that I could see through my medical doctor brother, Patriji, and others who do not earn anything, were not there, but then they're able to go around. So there is something that is taking care of them. So experimenting for myself for a few years until the acquisition happened for me. This is a different story. But for a long many years, me also getting down to zero in the bank balance every month, because whatever that is required, I would keep, but then everything else I would just simply go out for some supporting the project or the other while I was working. Just recognizing that strength, that having that experimentation helped me to understand that yes, I can live with no money or money. I don't have to, because that is living in the flow, living in the moment. Once you do that, then you gain the strength. When you gain that strength, then you no longer have to compromise on things and what you really feel from doing it, and then you go and do it. So, friends, this is common sense wisdom that we are applying in our daily life just by taking on some of these powerful statements. Our spiritual quotient statements, if you take all of them and then digest them, then we are looking and living the life from a different perspective. The moment complaints are dropped, judgments are dropped. The moment curiosity to unnecessarily look into somebody else's life is dropped. A lot of times people ask, hey, what happened? You're not telling me this, you're not telling me that. Put pressure on the other person. Both are not enlightened. One is curious about somebody else's life, constantly wanting to look into it. Another one is feeling that they have to satisfy the people around, otherwise, they don't get that either happiness or they miss on something. We recognize that it's total waste of our time by looking into somebody else's life. Curiosity, waste of energy. When these statements are put, let's close this and then go into meditation. The mark of one's belief in injustice and tragedy is the depth of their ignorance. Injustice and tragedy exist, doesn't exist, question mark. And a master, Richard Bach, said, the mark of one's ignorance, mark of one's belief in injustice and tragedy is the depth of the ignorance, or the vice versa. When we understand the reality of reincarnation, when we read books like The Soul's Journey, Soul's Plan, Soul's Gift by Robert Schwartz, just understand life continuity. Many situations will turn differently. Let's go into meditation, dear friends. We have two leaders today sharing after meditation on a Saturday. Always we are taking everyone's experiences. So we are dedicating this for leaders who are applying this wisdom. I've got some noise here. I'm going to go off. Leaders applying this wisdom in their life, and then how meditation is helping. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. We are practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our anapanasati. Our goal is to empty the mind. We have thousands of thoughts in a day. When you observe a breath, our mind becomes empty. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, resting your hands comfortably in your lap, observe your normal, natural breath. When you observe the breath, mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, slowly we start experiencing that energy consciousness. Our goal is to be with it. Relax yourself. The noise will go away. With your eyes closed, dear friends. Dear friends, keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart with that breath energy? Breathe more. And feel your sacred heart, which is the seat of all emotions. Which is binding, which is expanding all life with its love energy. gratitude energy. Can you feel the love, the gratitude inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of gratitude. Can you feel more of the love energy? Of that gratitude energy? And allow to expand your heart center. We're all connected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, connected with each other. Yet we are here for our own experience of life. Our experiences are multiplied more and more as we become one with everything and everybody more and more. That is the nature of the reality. Love, gratitude, compassion, appreciation, adventure are all the way to become one with everybody again. Feel the love energy inside the beautiful heart, and radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows, dear friend. Friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. With your eyes closed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands comfortably in your lap. And observe one with your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. As your mind is empty, observe any sensations in your body. Everything that happens in meditation is absolutely safe. As we withdraw our attention from all the thoughts, we're withdrawing our observation of the matter of body and of life. And we start experiencing that emptiness and energy in many, many ways. As you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel that emptiness inside your body? Can you sense energies in any part of your body? Every time you recognize you are with your body, you are with your life, I want you to gently go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly become empty of all thoughts. And as you are merging into your breath, can you become aware of the emptiness inside you, all around your body, occupying your room. The more you let go, the more you can become one with that emptiness inside you, all around you. Allow yourself to go into the infinite depths of that emptiness, spreading far and wide, beyond your room, into the edges of this universe. We are less matter and more emptiness and energy. Stay aware of that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, where there's no place and no time. Become aware of that emptiness on your left side. Become aware of that void, that blackness, that emptiness, whatever that may be, on your right side. That's quantum energy field. All emptiness is energy. Connected as a singular field with infinite possibilities and opportunities. Everything we have ever experienced or will experience is here in the form of energy, waiting to happen into a physical reality. The longer we stay in this field as no body, as no thing, the more possibilities we receive into our life. Stay aware of that emptiness. And of that energy. As no body. Allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into that emptiness inside you, all around you, where everything is connected to everything else. And experience your wholeness again, receive your divine self. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. And as you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? And what did you experience? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds to circulate the energy back into your body, and then open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Let's, as we're relaxing in, let's invite the two practitioners of meditation who otherwise are making, in their own way, contributing their organizations as leaders. Hi, Nirma Madam. Is Namita Madam there? Yes, Namita Madam.
Yes, sir.
Namaste. It's great to have you there. Wonderful.
Yeah. Namaste. Very good morning, good evening, dear friends. Nilima Nalam is a seasoned information technology and general management professional with 20 plus years of experience in delivering technology-led business solutions in a global delivery model, and a mother of 2 lovely daughters. Nilima holds an engineering degree and MBA from IIM Bangalore. She is an evangelist on disruptive innovation, business models, and actively mentors startups. She believes that balancing work and life well so that one doesn't end up having to choose one over the other. Nilima has been meditating for 2 years and would like to take us through her transformation journey. We welcome you, Nilima, madam.
Thank you, Namita, madam. Thank you, Chandra sir. Thank you, entire Buddha CEO team, for inviting me for this short talk. So before I start with my, sharing my experiences and my journey through meditation, I would like to, take you through a small experience I recently had at Bangalore International Airport. So we'd been to, our entire family, we had been to Bangalore International Airport for sending off some of our family members. Okay. Then there was this place called Polo World. So basically, it was a gaming center which had augmented reality and VR reality, kind of an experience. So my younger daughter, who is just 11, 12 years, she actually forced all of us to go and have that experience. So we all stepped in there. They've given us a pair of virtual reality glasses and headphones, and we were given a controller. And the world around us transformed into a place where there were a lot of dinosaurs. We were, playing with the dinosaurs. We were trying to, shoot the dinosaurs, flying above them. We had a very great experience. We came back home, and then, I have this practice of reading some of the books that are recommended by Chandra sir, by Patri sir, and the Spiritual Science magazine every day before going to sleep. And there was this article about holographic universe and how it impacts our, entire perception about ourselves. So basically, I could relate my experience, in that gaming center with what we go through in our lives on a daily basis. It was, for those 10, 15 minutes, we felt, whatever was happening there was so real. And same is the case with, whatever is happening to our lives. The moment, we realize that part of it, probably that's a starting point for our transformation. So now, coming back to the positive traits I have developed as an individual through my regular practice of meditation. The first one would be, to be able to master the emotions. There was a point of time, about 2 years back, where, I used to be very emotional about everything and anything. So I had, I had to go through some unfortunate incidents. Like I lost my father in November of 2019, and immediately my mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And, being the only child, there was this entire responsibility of handling my mother and taking care of her, and also suffering or dealing with the personal loss of my father. All of this around the same time. I used to get very emotional instead of trying to help the situation. And that's when actually I met Chandra sir, Vani madam, and I got introduced to Anapanasati meditation. And since then, I've been a regular practitioner. What happened was, in the first 3 months of my regular meditation practice, I've been able to handle the situation much better and emerge as a much, much stronger individual. Be it in terms of handling my personal loss or caregiving for my mother. And the second, aspect of it is being more compassionate and being able to connect with, everyone, be it with animals, plants, or every living being around us, and with the larger cosmos. So, after meditating for 3 to 4 months, I had this experience where, I could connect with the entire consciousness, in the sense that, I felt I was a part of it, and, Tattvamasi, as Chandra sir says, we are that. Okay. So that's a very nice feeling that I've been able to, go through, and that kind of, gave me more and more motivation to keep up with my regular practice of meditation. And uh, the other experience that I had was around September of last year. Chandra sir did a program with Cognizant where we had 500 plus associates participating, in the program. And I had my colleague Arun. Both of us were part of the team. Arun was about 55 years, and he was battling cancer for about 5 years. And he was going through a tough time in life, and he was my very good friend as well. I wanted to help Arun in some way, but I really couldn't, do anything about it. It was COVID, there was COVID. I couldn't even go meet Arun. And thankfully, that around the same time, we've started this program at Cognizant, a 40-day meditation program. And I requested Arun to join the program. And he used to diligently, attend the meditation sessions. So around September mid, one fine day, Arun, he vacated his body, and he had a very peaceful death. Okay. But I had this sense of being able to do something for Arun. Okay. And he was really, he really liked his meditation practice. He was at peace with himself before he vacated his body. He didn't have any insecurities. I feel I've been able to contribute in some way, though I was not able to connect with him physically. And, physically, I was not able to be there for him. I couldn't do anything, but I felt, meditation was the best gift I've been able to give him. This kind of left me with a lot of positive feelings about how meditation, could help our society, our friends, our families when they need it the most. And I actually want to share, about my daughter's journey, that she started along with me. I actually used to, my elder daughter, she's about 18, and she was not very keen about meditation to start with. Okay. When I used to meditate, they were not very, open to, my daughter was not very open to this idea of meditation. She thought it was not cool, and she was not, willing to spend that kind of time for regular practice. There was this book called, Surrender, about surrendering oneself to a higher purpose. And I kind of asked her to read a few pages of that book every day. She was able to relate. And she also participated in one of the sessions about developing clarity about vision. And through, the process, she was able to identify the top priorities that she had to focus on. And she was able to direct her consciousness for those activities. So I see her now, 1 year down the line, where she's been able to get an admission in one of the top universities in the course of her choice. And she's all ready to design her life, take the challenges and move forward. So with all these experiences, all that I can say is, I can call myself as someone who enjoys exploring the art and science of meditation and discovering myself. So thanks to everyone, Chandra sir, Vani madam, Patri sir, Buddha Sikh Foundation for inspiring so many people and encouraging everyone to participate in practice meditation.
Thank you, Nilima ji. just having that strength to deal with situations just makes our life more beautiful. I think that's what we come through. Everybody has challenges. Nobody, just because somebody is at a very senior position, have less, and then someone at a junior position has less. Everybody has challenges, and everybody needs to deal with them with a lot of strength. So that's what we take. The meditation is giving us that core inner strength to handle challenges and then to take on challenges. We'll come back and ask you a question after we're listening to our other guest speaker, Hari Ramakrishnan. Thank you for giving your time, Lady Mother.
Yes. Mr. Hari Ramakrishnan is a senior director in a large IT firm based out of Chennai. He moved to India 3 years back after spending 20 plus years in Dallas, Texas. Hari is with his wife and 2 boys. He started meditating through Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation since early 2020. We would like him to take us through his journey. We welcome you, sir.
Thanks a lot. There's some echo there. Is it okay now? Okay, thanks. Thanks, Namastaji and Chandra sir, and also Buddha CEO Foundation. The echo continues to be there, right, Chandra?
Did everybody has echo? Or rather, you would know only when speaking. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How is it now? Yeah, it stopped. Thanks again. Thanks for the introduction, and let me walk through my journey, which is not, I would say, a very long journey or anything like that, but definitely some good impact coming in contact with Buddha CEO in a positive way. So I like to walk through that. So yeah, we were in the US for 20 plus years, and we decided to move back to India for good. And it has always been in my mind that ultimate pursuit in our human life is the Atma Jnanam, also called as the knowledge of the self. Right? I was very clear about that because I used to read a lot of books, listen to a lot of recordings of Kanchi, Mahaswami, Ramana Maharshi, Sadashiva Brahmendra, and Krishngeri Acharya, Nisargadatta Maharaj. I used to read on this. Is very favorite topic of mine. So, and I was always clear, okay, India is the place for that. Even though a lot of the opportunities were there in the US, but I still felt that I need to be here to get in close proximity with spiritual gurus for teaching or visiting temples and all the our Samskriti things, right? I was always interested in that. So let me say that I want to orient my life towards that goal, the Atma Jnanam goal, using the 4 yes that I say just for my own remembering, right? The first yes is Samskriti, right? Samskriti is one I just talked about, right? Chanting shlokas, knowing our culture, and learning from gurus. And then second thing is Sangeetam. Okay, I'm very interested in music. I used to start with singing light music in my college time, and later on switched to Carnatic, and very interested in music. And I feel Nadopasana is one of the best ways to quieten the mind. And then thirdly, yoga. Yoga is very dear to me, and I call it some yoga just to fit that 4S thing. So I started learning asanas, and that is another thing I feel is very much in line with meditation to align ourselves to the quieting of the mind. And then finally, Sanskritam, right? I'm very much interested in Sanskrit, and it's a beautiful language, it's an ocean, and I want to learn more and more to understand our culture. So those 4 years has been my core, I would say, towards that self-knowledge goal, right? So I moved to India, and sometime, and I've been getting all this in abundance here. Okay, there's no questions at all. But sometime mid last year, when Buddha CEO and I came to know about the meditation program, I said, okay, let me go and join. Meditation was not new to me or anything like that, but not in a very systematic way. I used to do that meditation as part of a bigger retreat or some kind of spiritual teaching, right? But not the way we are all doing now. So within 2-3 days of teaching, and it immediately clicked on to me, because just the way Chandra has organized this whole program, right? It's just mind-boggling, right? It is not like saying, hey, go and sit in a place and start meditating, like doing a japa or thinking of some idol in your mind, or anything like that. It is that, of course, that, like, watching your breath is one of the ways of controlling the mind very easily, but also the whole thing about the explanation, right? The science behind meditation is such an important thing that, as he says, it thickens the all the connections in the brain, right? So that explanation is very, very important. Then also the experiences, right? The experiences of all the folks, it just reinforces our trust in the system, and beautifully it brings out all our feelings and thoughts. So the experience is the third part that's very important. And I had made one more note, 1 minute. Yeah, and of course the book reading, right? Enhancing our book reading to improve our knowledge. It's another very, very important tool. So the 4 things: meditation coupled with the experiences, the explanation or the science behind meditation, and then expanding our knowledge through book reading. Those 4 are, like, I would say, the secret sauce behind the success of Buddha CEO's journey so far. I can see that, hearing all these experiences from 4 various people, within few days, they connect. Okay, so I've never seen a program where it's people get connected to it so fast, and then they sustain, not just connect, but most of them sustain, right? So that's a very, very important thing I want to highlight here. And also, I also want to highlight Chandra Sir's teaching, right? I don't know how he does this, but he wakes up very early. He does this couple of hours in the morning. And at one point, I remember some programs, not Crystal, but some other programs where he used to do both morning and evening. He used to do the entire stuff. And he is not meditating, right? Because he cannot. He has to give the guidance. But in that process, he's just sitting idle, interjecting once in a while, and then helping us. So you need enormous patience to do this, I feel. And I think only through meditation, he probably gained the strength. And another thing is the service-oriented nature of him is probably influencing him more and more to do something like this enormous feat. Is amazing to me, right? The patience level, and then is there a right speed of delivery? I think he teaches so many concepts, but he bombards us that with a lot of this in a very fast manner. It will be difficult to understand. And the pace is so right, and he pauses enough for us to reflect on it. So I think the package is just amazing. And not only that, the Buddha CEO team also, whoever I interacted with, right? They're all having that leadership qualities imbibed from Chandra, I feel, to inculcate them in their own, daily activities. So another thing is I want to highlight is the experience from my side, right? So after started doing the meditation, the biggest breakthrough for me came was during the La Meridian session, like few months back in Chennai, right? That was the first in-person. I met Chandra for the first time there, and the fellow meditators were there. And that is the time when the real connect happened. Even though the online session was good, I was benefiting from it, but nothing like a real session. So in that session, the feeling was great, and the solitude of the mind was even better, and made the real connect and talked to him, had a fantastic conversation. And then I followed up with a meeting in Bangalore also. I went to his office a couple of months back and had a wonderful interaction with all the folks there. He also did a meditation there. So with all this, I feel that 4 years I was talking about earlier, in each one of the areas, I have grown, I would say, a lot. Okay, especially the music. There were some really unexpected acquaintances I got, right? I'm a Carnatic musician, as I said, but I would have never thought I would learn from an Hindustani musician like Ajay Chakrabarti ji, who was a very popular Hindustani musician. He has sung in films also. And one of my friends I was talking to late last year, she mentioned she's going to him for some vocal voice culture. And I really felt intrigued because I was always surprised and amazed with their discipline of voice. So I started learning through this online session with Ajay Chakrabarti ji, and that's been benefiting me a lot. Okay, that's one thing completely unexpected, from nowhere it came, right? I would have never thought of such a learning. And I think that's because of my deep manifestation in improving in music. And then right after that came a Meeraj Tambura, right? A Tambura that's so beautiful. I got to buy that. And that's like real meditation by itself. I just plug the strings and just align to the sa and pa, all the notes. It's just too good. Then the yoga, right? I was learning yoga every other day, three days a week, and wherever I am. And suddenly from nowhere, another acquaintance came, and a person from Sengote was an advanced yoga teacher. I got in touch with him, and he is teaching the remaining 4 days. So like 7 days a week now, I am completely immersed in yoga. And just one side note there, whoever is interested in learning yoga or already doing it, please stay with it. Yoga is amazing. And when I say yoga, I mean asanas. It's just amazing. It's as powerful as, it's an amazing combination with meditation to get to the next level. And please stay in touch with yoga. And then Sanskritam, and developing more and more. And the Sanskriti, definitely with all this knowledge that Chandra, provides us with, right? It's definitely putting us more and more in line with Sanskriti, and solitude of mind and more clarity in our life, right? So I would say those 4 years. I added now the 5th one with some twisting of the word. Dhyanam is meditation, and Sat Dhyanam, right? Sat Dhyanam means meditating on the best, right? So I add one more years to my life core, and I have 5 years now that I'm working on, and I just feel this is only a beginning, right? With all this, right? Foundation in the last 1 year or so, I'm here to reach greater heights in the self-knowledge pursuit, like many of you, I'm sure. And meditation has helped me so much in getting clarity and improving in each of my pursuit, so that I can reach the ultimate goal. Okay, so let me stop there, Chandraji. Anything you'd like me to add?
I think you're hearing echo now again, or what? No,
I'm
right?
fine. I'm fine.
Okay, good. Okay. So thank you, Hari. So two experience where we're talking about everyone has interests, everyone has passions, and meditation is helping us live those, and then they are essentially aligning to a purpose. They are aligning to a purpose. We have a day job, we have to do many things, but then we also have to handle. So that's what I'm hearing here. And may I ask a question, and before we hear a beautiful song from you, Nilima, how is meditation helping you at workplace?
So at workplace, I'm more decisive, Chandra. I'm not, so basically some of those insecurities, when it comes to taking up a new role or being able to part of a team where, you're not, familiar with or used to certain technologies, or, kind of head on in terms of taking new challenges. So that fear of will I be able to do something, or will I be able to balance it with my current responsibilities? That's kind of gone. In fact, about a month back, I have registered my own a startup where we produce these sustainable living products. Okay. So I am an advocate of sustainable living. We make our own cosmetics at home. We don't buy anything. So both my daughters, we all use the same thing. And I always wanted to share those products with my friends, near and dear ones. And I've always got a positive feedback. We wanted to take it to the next level, but I wasn't sure if I'll be able to give enough time or not. So, it's been great in terms of, being able to make those decisions, move ahead. That fear of failure has gone completely.
Wow. If leaders lose that fear of failure, organizations have to flourish. I understand you are a very successful leader in your company, and now add this to it. So we lose fear, then we are ready to take risks, right? And then we're ready to lead the team, most important. Because if you don't exhibit it of taking a new role or getting on the new skill and new client, there's no way that team can really rally around with us. Right? There's always been that hesitation, doubt. So beautiful point to understand from there. And Hari, how does it help you?
Definitely one area I had to work on and continue to work on is empathizing with the team members. Okay, I think that is definitely, meditation is definitely helping me in that aspect because there are several points of view and need to incorporate all and finally pick the best ones for the company's growth, right? So now I'm more open to listening to all the team members and inculcate that in whatever we do. So it's the empathizing is a big trait I'm working on, and it's helping. Meditation is helping me with that.
Wonderful. There cannot be a more powerful benefit than that empathy. Fear for ourselves to completely get liberated, but empathy to rally around with people and then helping them also live their experience, right? Just that, if somebody says, I've come with this idea, just acknowledging that idea is sufficient for them to feel good. So every day we lift people just by having that empathy. It will lift people by being considerate to others, right? And what more we want? Because companies at the end of the day are just group work. We know it. We can just, like Nirima is in IT industry, but she's also doing organic the products. Now, I mean, it doesn't matter what we do. It's a group work. And then as a group work, it's an experience of people. And then ultimately something gets produced, right, at the gross level. And then helping people experience that, I think, is great with the empathy. So glad empathy and fear have stood out and come out as things automatically. Thank you so much. Before we listen to your song, let me have Anusha. And then I've heard you, Hari, you sing so beautiful. You sing so beautiful. I wanted to get a meditation session with you scheduled into this. For some reason, it doesn't happen, but at least we'll listen to your songs, a couple of them. Yes, Anusha, madam.
Yeah, namaste everyone. It's really wonderful to listen to both the masters' experiences. Thank you so much. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the donors who have contributed between 12th September to 18th September. Vardarajan, Rajkumar of Sri MDK Textile, Vivek and Mathuri Marathe of Pune. I thank all of you, all the other donors also who have contributed. Friends, you all know that we are a non-profit organization and we are expanding our activities to reach out to many more people across the globe. And the foundation relies on the contributions from donors who are primarily the program participants to conduct its activities. And we incur various costs for conducting the programs, be it technology costs or promotional and for making the content and development and music development. And we have made all the videos abundantly available on YouTube channel. You can log on to our YouTube channel to see more of the transformational journeys of the people who have participated here. And as Hari sir was saying, it is not only morning and evening Chandra sir conducts the programs. In between, he conducts many more programs and seminars to the corporates, and so many programs he does. And over the last one and a half year, we have touched more than 60,000 lives and helped them to make a change in their life. And I request all of you to join in hands to take this forward to the many more across the globe. I would like to share a quote by Kathy Cavan in this regard. Giving is not just making a donation, it's about making a difference. So Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation, we are trying to empower people and making a difference in the lives of the people by enabling them to transform their lives. So we request all of you to be a part of this noble cause. And for making your valuable contributions, you may log on to www.buddhaceo.org/donate. And I'm happy to inform you all that all the donations are exempted under ATG of Income Tax Act. For those who are outside India, can contact me because currently we are not able to accept donations through this, the details what we have given. We have a other mode of accepting the donations from US and UK. I'll be giving in the chat my contact details. Please be in touch with me. And you can also become a volunteer for the foundation. In the same template, you also have that option to become a volunteer. I thank you all.
Thank you, Anusha. Thank you, everyone who contributed during the last week. Wonderful. We have huge plans. And in fact, we're so exciting. I'm here in Hyderabad with Lakshmi Madam and Rakesh. So we'll be there to launch our magazine, first magazine, corporate magazine, that we'll all be proud of to hand over to our colleagues, our leaders of companies, to introduce meditation, create that awareness. So this Buddha CEO magazine, we will launch today, but then we'll also be doing virtually. So all of us will get to participate on Tuesday. Those who are not in Hyderabad, we'll do it on Tuesday in the Enlightenment Hour with Patriji. All right. So let's listen into, I would like to have Hari sing, and he's been an amazing musician. He actually does a lot of concerts, as we understand, with a group. So let's listen into a few songs from Hari, and then I was mesmerized when he sang last time I was in our office. Yes.
Thank you, Chandra. I appreciate it. And I forgot a couple of points I just want to really add quickly. Right? So the quote from Ramana Maharshi was, there is always grace, right? There's eternal perennial grace, but you are standing in between. Right? He used to say this quite often. And the point you used to mention, right, about the receivership and be the person to receive the abundance, I feel that point rhymes very well with that concept, right? So if we let it go, right, and we don't stand in between the grace and yourself, right? So I felt that's an important point that I'm contemplating upon. And another one is nowadays, on a joking way, I'm even scared of thinking, because the way you explain this endorphins and cortisols and this and that, right? I don't know how much energy I'm losing, right? And if you have 90+ percentage of thoughts are meaningless, right? Then how much energy are we losing on a continuous basis is like really scary. So I'm kind of very careful nowadays with the right thoughts and trying to bring that in. Okay, so that's an important point. And then the inner leisure. Finally, meditation is giving that inner leisure, and that is so important to get the maximum productivity from all of us. So the inner leisure is something I see as a huge benefit of meditation. Okay, I just want to share those few points. This song is from the Telugu movie Shaakahaara, and the meaning is very beautiful. So I thought I'll sing this song. It says, Manasa Sanchara Re. Hey mind, basically you wander around the Brahman, right? The ultimate consciousness. You put your mind in that and always be in that, that mode, mental frame. So I thought it's very appropriate, composed by Sadashiva Brahmendra ji. Manasa sancharare, Manasa sancharare, Brahmani Manasa sancharare, Brahmani Manasa sancharare, Brahmani Manasa sancharare, Madashiki pincha lankrita chikude, Madashiki pincha lankrita chikude, Madashiki pincha lankrita chikude, Madashiki pincha lankrita chikude, Magania kapola vijita mugure, Magania kapola vijita mugure, Manasa sancharade, Shri Ramani Kucha
Please close your eyes and meditate.
Shri Ramani Kucha Durga Vihare, Sevaka Jana Mandira Mandare, Sevaka Jana Mandira Mandare, Paramahamsa Mukha Chandra Chakore, Paramahamsa Mukha Chandra Chakore, Paramahamsa Mukha Chandra Chakore, Paripurita Murali Ravadare, Paripurita Murali Ravadare, Manasa sancharade, Brahmani Manasa sancharade, sancharade. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hari. Wonderful. Yes, I feel like going for one more before you conclude.
Okay. I'll do a light music song and from another popular movie, Saakhaara Sangamam. I'll sing the Tamil version of that. And here the lyrics is very beautiful. And one of the lines says, just read that. Manidan dinamum alayil alayum kumidi, theriyum therindum maname kalangadirni. Okay, what it means is we're all bubbles. The human being is a bubble in a sequence of waves, right? Always getting moved around without stability, let's say, right? Which is also like the samsara. What they really means is always trying to become something to be happy. So the samsara is always taking you in control. But we know that. So having known this, you stay quiet or stay calm. Okay. So that is the one. I really like that line. So let me sing that song. தகிட ததுமி தந்தானா இதய ஒலியின் ஜதியில் எனது தில்லானா தகிட ததுமி தந்தானா இதய ஒலியின் ஜதியில் எனது தில்லானா இருதயம் அடிக்கடி இறந்தது என் பேனா என் கதை எழுதிட மறுக்குது என் பேனா இருதயம் அடிக்கடி இறந்தது என் பேனா என் கதை எழுதிட மறுக்குது என் பேனா ஸ்ருதியும் லயமும் ஒன்று சேர தகிட ததுமி தந்தானா இதய ஒலியின் ஜதியில் எனது தில்லானா உலக வாழ்க்கை நடனம் நீ ஒப்பு கொண்ட பயணம் அது முடியும் போது தொடங்கும் நீ தொடங்கும் போது முடியும் உலக வாழ்க்கை நடனம் நீ ஒப்பு கொண்ட பயணம் அது முடியும் போது தொடங்கும் நீ தொடங்கும் போது முடியும் மனிதன் தினமும் அலையும் குமிழி தெரியும் தெரிந்தும் மனமே கலங்காதிரு நீ மனிதன் தினமும் அலையும் குமிழி தெரிந்தும் தெரியும் மனமே கலங்காதிரு நீ தாளம் இங்கு தப்பவில்லை யார் மீதும் தப்பு இல்லை கால்கள் போன பாதை எந்த எல்லை தகிட ததுமி தந்தானா இதய ஒலியும் ஜதியில் எனது தில்லானா இருதயம் அடிக்கடி இறந்தது தரிடுதோம் என் கதை எழுதிட மறுக்குது ஸ்ருதியும் லயமும் ஒன்று சேர தகிட ததுமி தந்தானா இதய ஒலியும் ஜதியும் எனது தில்லானா.
Thank you, Hari. Beautiful. Most certainly would like to listen in from more people as we go along. Whoever has their singing or any of those arts. So we have Narendra ji said will take up the whatever you gave some name. Okay, maybe it's the right way to sum up for today's session, Narendra ji, and for the leaders there. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Master Chandra ji. That we had a meeting with Vani Madam and Lakshmi Madam and Pradeep and all, and that is a Talents Day of our meditators. And today has been very, very, very exceptionally. And Hari Ramakrishna should also now teach all of us meditators. Very beautifully sung, and both the Tamil and Telugu song. And that's a good idea, sir. With the songs doing the meditation, we again get into the depth of that. So your that idea, as per that, we did that meditation even for that small hours, means seconds, but it is a very powerful. And with the 4 branches, he is trying to capitalize on that, and his deep interest in Sanskrit, samskara, as well as in terms of the yoga, and of course now meditation, and utilizing is other than the professional time in self-developing. Now that needs to be little spread to families and other people. So I wish Hari Ramakrishna all the best in his future endeavors. And Neelam, she's cognizant, very senior people, and as always, I think at the right time, the right direction is shown to people. When she had a lot of certain tension, or maybe due to some relating to her fathers, as well as her one of the very closest friend getting into difficulty and all, the introduction to meditation of our Master Chandra came her in right time, and that has helped even the soul to go peacefully for her friend Arun. And today she is developing that to both their children and also in professional. And as purely that we have all experienced, if we really manifest our that dream or desire or whatever plan, one by one, as Master Chandra says, it gets manifested, and not that immediately, that way and the appropriate time. So we have to feel that, and once that feeling and our interest in that, she also could start a startup. So I'm very glad that Master Chandra, as Hari has said, there is a lot of inner what you call that type of depthness in Master Chandra's every subject what he covers in each of the day. And we, even when we meditate with this voice, our meditation goes into the real meditation, and we are all beneficiary of that. So the Buddha CEO Foundation and all the facilitators, we have to really support. And whatever all the leaders who are coming, I one request by them that you must spread this to corporate. And during this current period, corporates are really needing this meditation. So our Veena, I think Veena madam, yeah, she and Pradeep, and of course limited to extent. We would like to, myself also, we would like to take this to corporate, and Master Chandra has already done quite a lot of corporate institution. Let us continue the efforts, and congratulations to Master Chandra for that bringing a beautiful magazine, and this is a really good beginning, and that will also reach out to the corporates. Thank you, Master Chandra.
Thank you, Narendraji. Thank you, all dear friends. Always a great pleasure to listen to many of our colleagues and experiences. Is beautiful. And I think that point that she said, Nilima, that I felt so good that I've helped my colleague in the final moment, that he was peace with himself or herself. It is so important. The way we transition to the other side, it is so important in what we do in the next time, in the next life, or the next moment. So having that peace, having that understanding that I am not this limited, I am this unlimited, just going to that understanding to the other side, it gives a different type of life altogether. So that's why there's always these varnas are there, and going into vanaprastha and understanding the sannyasa ashram, and then providing, knowing that understanding is so critical. So it's always, say that introduce it, don't hold on to it, introduce it to your parents, introduce it to everybody that you come across, because who knows how it's going to get useful to everybody. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. We'll meet you all tomorrow for a long meditation. Thank you. My dear friends, keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart.
Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart? Sit comfortably in your chair with your eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart, that seat of all emotions? Which is expanding all life with its love energy, with gratitude energy. Breathe more of that long, relaxing breath. I want you to bring up an heightened emotion from your future or from your past, of love, of gratitude, of compassion, or kindness, care. Relive that moment from your life or experience the moment of your future as if it's happening for you. Come on, bring up that emotion, dear friends, and feel it. Fill up your heart with that heightened emotion of love, or gratitude, or compassion,